Hi, the lights went off. Ow. I bumped into the door. Should we put the phone down right now? Hi, Miss Comia. Good morning. You notice that I changed it to YouTube Movie Channel. I mean, YouTube Movie Critic Channel. I just thought it sounded catchy, so I changed it. Content's going to stay the same. Let me be clear. Just because I might change the channel every now and then, that's because I don't think it's too simple. It's not not missing something. But I think YouTube Movie Critic Channel was better. It was either that or TV Channel Movie Critic. Then I thought that would make sense because it's not a TV. And no one really watches TV anymore. Well, channels on TV, so it's so I figured why make it make it clear that I'm a critic by calling my channel YouTube Movie Critic Channel. My name, Jake Allen Graham, is just my full name. It's not a nickname or a name that I say on camera. It's my legal name, so I want to make my legal name more well known. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to do another review on just seeing what I have in my movie collection. Of that I can remember. Oh, I know one of Tom Cruise's best films, Rock of Ages. Now, Rock of Ages actually was based off of a musical that was big in the 90s. It was a rock musical, and they made it into the movie in 2010s. And we went to the theater, and no one really saw it. But I loved it. Not a lot of people saw this film, but it's one of those. It's one of the good Tom Cruise films, not one of the mediocre or bad Tom Cruise roles he's done. It's one of the good ones, the really good ones. And if you can stand his ego, don't worry about that, because most of it is not about his ego. Most of it, when he's on camera, is him being a drunk and a jackass. Being a drunk, hilarious jackass. And he falls in love with this girl that's a reporter after doing it with her, as in boning her, as in having sex with her. Now, I'm just seeing if this is in place. Yes, it's in place. So, and the side characters, not really side characters, this riot there's of women that is against against Tom Cruise, the rocker, and what he stands for, which to her is just sex and blah blah blah. That's all she hears in his life, sex. And his old manager Alec Baldwin falls in love with ends up falling for Russell Brand's character, who runs this bar, who they run the bar together, and they have this their romantic moment is them fans looking at all the good times they had together and realizing they're in love. And the songs that they choose to sing, and it's a musical, and the whole thing's a musical, and the song that they choose to sing together is "I Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore." It's actually, Al Baldwin has a really good singing voice as well as Russell Brand, which that was no surprise, but Al Baldwin didn't know that he could sing until this. But he has a good nice singing voice. Everyone does a phenomenal job in this. Stacey Jackson is who Tom Cruise plays, and he's the rocker. Turns out that the leader of this riot and is against the feminine riot is us singing "We Build This City." And we're not going to take it. Once singing the ones that try and fight for the right to rock and roll, saying we built this city on rock and roll, while the other female rise singing we ain't gonna take it. And this thing is going back and back, we're going forward and forward to each other, and this guy's interviewing. It's like that guy's trying to get each side of the scoop of the story while the ride's going closer and closer and shit. Then Russell Brand pulls out this wild card. He remembers the person who is leading the female riot. Russell Brand remembers the girl, and he goes get an old Stacey Jackson album. And he points out that she used to be a rock fan and slept with Stacey Jackson, who is Tom Cruise character. And then Tom Cruise, comes in and to get the girl of his dreams, which is the reporter, after she posted a negative report of him. After he busts into a musical number, singing the song Dead or Alive, that originated from Aerosmith. So, and all of these songs are really good. And Tom Cruise goes and breaks the pie by riding on his motorcycle, and he recognized the girl that's a leader of the female rights, and he says, he comments on her breast implants came in nicely. And then she starts freaking out after she lets go of touching her, like she almost orgasms. It's just so funny. This film is, and also there's this love story of how this guy, upcoming rocker, who is now a pop star in a boy band because he signed up to this contract, and he's a leader of a boy band staff of rock star living his dream. And he broke up with his girlfriend because he saw her with Stacey Jackson. So she's pissed at him because she's on the spotlight change, because that's what this black girl who is a dancer with her. Is that a stripteaser? No, it's a stripteaser, I think. Who's a dancer? I get those things mixed up sometimes. It's a dancer who's a stripteaser and doesn't reveal all of her clothes, but most of her skin's revealed. That kind of dance. She's a pole dancer. So she decides to get her mind up. She will become a pole dancer too, over her broken heart, which her boy was a complete douche because his heart was broken when he saw her with Stacey Jackson, assumed that he stole his girl. And turns out this is one big misunderstanding. And he tells this interviewer he's looking for that one. Stacey Jackson's looking for that one good song that will last a lifetime, even after he's gone, even after his fame runs out, even after he's dead, that people will remember him for. So after he gets his girl of dreams, and then they're in the bathroom together, he starts hearing the two couple, after they kiss up and made up, the two young couple that quit the that says he quit the contract of the he ripped open the he found a loophole and quit the contract. And he found out that was the only he only had one contract, so he ripped it up, and no longer in the boy band, and is ready to live his dream as being a rock star with his girlfriend. Now that they're back together, and Stacey paid his due to Alec Baldwin after performing for that white night, and Alec Baldwin gives us this line to say, "That's Stacey Jackson." He gives to her hers. A beautiful bastard. Which is all the money that he needed to save the bar. So the bar is safe. And this is the copy I'm holding of the movie in my hand. So, and they start singing the song that Stacey discovers was created by these two young couples who also have an act, a really good act, who I just mentioned what their act is. They start singing, "Just a small town girl, lonely in a lonely world." I forget what the name of the song is, but those are the lyrics goes. And Stacey decides to, perform that song live at his concert while his pregnant wife is watching, and his girl that he had slept with one time that was leader of this female feminist cult kind of left and went back to old rock and roll roots by being a fan of Stacey Jackson, and he basically made that song. Sort of made that song while doing collaboration with the two young couple. And he thanks them for on stage saying that they made the song all possible. And now here for them, and they do a duet together while looking romantically into each other's eyes. The young couple, while Stacey Jackson is playing in this big arena in this concert, and it just ends by playing this awesome song that Stacey Jackson was looking for, that one perfect song to find before he dies. And because he says in an interview he sees himself as a slave for rock and roll because he can't find any pleasure in it, because he's looking for that one perfect song that he's will remember for, and that'll be bigger than him even after he's gone, even after fame disappears. So he finds it by the third act, and it ends with him playing with two people that made it all possible. And Russell Brand and also everyone who signed on for this film and who had a character arc and did something in the film. Russell Brand and Alec Baldwin are in the watching the concert as well, as long as all the big characters that had something to do in this film. I like this. I like the line, and that's the end of the film. I like how the kid that's reunites with his love interest and makes that song in this movie. Gives a line to Paul Giamatti after he says rock and roll's dead. He said, "Rock and roll will never die." Which sounded... This is a really fun movie. It's really awesome, really well written, really has great humor and great songs. And not bad editing at all. Really good editing. It's nice and smooth and runs smooth, well paced. And really well acted. Yet awesome performances of each character, especially Tom Cruise, which is shocking because I thought he was just going to play as another Tom Cruise performance. Part of me was worried about that, but he doesn't. He plays it like a different character. He plays he acts like a different character and doesn't play like a Tom Cruise character like he does in half of the Mission Impossible movies, which is 5, 4, and 2. Which are 6 now. There's 3 when he does plays it like Ethan Hunt, which is the other half. Half the times he plays half Mission Impossible, which is 1, 3, and 6. He plays it like Ethan Hunt. The other ones, which are the other half, he just plays it like Tom Cruise, which is it almost makes the films. It makes the films not as watchable and as fun as they could be. And that's my final thoughts on the mission. That's as much I'm going to talk about the Mission Impossible franchise, because I think I've talked about it enough on this show. So, on my YouTube show. So, I'm giving Rock of Ages a 10 out of 10 because that's how much I loved it. It is one of the best musical movie adaptations I have ever seen. Right next to The Greatest Showman, the Gerard Butler's Phantom of the Opera, and Les Miserables, starring Hugh Jackman, the Rainbow, and Russell Crowe. Which I've reviewed all of those films except for Les Mis, but I'm thinking I might get to that some other time. I'm really tired after putting so much energy in this. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Rock of Ages. Go see it and buy it on digital or physical copy. Skip the renting it on digital. Just buy it. You're going to probably be a lot more happy if you just buy it. I mean, to me, this is easily what I consider a classic, because I can just watch over and over again and I don't get sick of it because I enjoyed it that much. It's just a really blast, a really fun film. So, yeah. Go see it, Miss Coyne. I highly recommend this movie.